Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. Sakat Chauth Vrat Katha in English. Sakat Chauth Puranic Vrat Katha Shri Mahadev Parvati Ji. Once Mahadev Ji went to the banks of Narmada along with Parvati Ji. There, at a beautiful place, Parvati Ji expressed her desire to play Chaupad with Mahadev Ji. Then Shivji said, "Who will be the witness of our victory and defeat?" Parvati Ji immediately made a doll by collecting the straws of grass from there and after infusing life into it, said to him, "Son, we want to play chopper, but there is no one here to witness our victory and defeat. So at the end of the game, you will be the witness of our victory and defeat and tell who among us won and who lost." The game started. By chance, Parvati ji won all three times. When the boy was asked to decide the victory and defeat, he declared Mahadev ji as the winner. As a result, Parvati ji got angry and cursed him to become lame from one leg and to suffer by lying in the mud there. The boy humbly said, "Mother, I have done this due to ignorance. I did not do this due to any malice or hatred. Please forgive me and tell me the way to get rid of the curse." Then the mother, full of love, fell pity on him and said, "Snake girls will come here to worship Ganesha. By their advice, you will observe Ganesha fast and get me." Saying this, she went to Mount Kailash. 1 year later in Shravan, the snake girls came there to worship Ganesha. The snake girls observed Ganesha fast and told the method of the fast to that boy also. After that boy observed fast of Sri Ganesha for 12 days. Then Ganesha appeared before him and said, "I am pleased with your fast. Ask for the desired boon." The boy said, "Lord, give me so much strength to my feet that I can reach my parents on Mount Kailash and they become pleased with me." Ganesha disappeared after saying, "Okay." The boy reached the feet of the Lord Shiva. Shivji asked him about the means to reach there. Then the boy narrated the entire story to Shivji. On the other hand, Parvati became unhappy from that day and turned away from Shivji. Thereafter, Lord Shankar also observed the fast of Sri Ganesh for 21 days like the boy, due to which the desire of meeting Mahadevji himself arose in Parvati's mind. She soon reached Mount Kailash. On reaching there, Parvati ji asked Shivji, "Lord, what remedy did you adopt due to which I have come running to you?" Shivji told her the history of Ganesh fast. Then Parvati ji, with the desire to meet her son Kartikeya, worshipped Ganesh ji with 21 pieces of durva, flowers, and laddu for 21 days. On the 21st day, Kartikeya himself came to meet Parvati ji. He also observed the fast after hearing the significance of this fast from his mother. All those who are listening, please say with me, Jai Sri Ganesh. Sakat Chauth Puranic Vrat Katha Raja Harishchandra. It is said that in the Satyug there was a potter in the kingdom of King Harishchandra. Once, despite all his efforts, when his utensils were still unbaked, he told this to a priest. The priest told him that this problem will be solved only by sacrificing a small child. After this, the potter caught a child and put it in the kiln. It was the day of Sakat Chauth. Even after searching a lot, when his mother could not find her son, she prayed to Lord Ganesha with a true heart. On the other hand, when the potter woke up in the morning and saw his utensils were cooked in the kiln, but the child was also safe. After this incident, the potter got scared and went to the king and told the whole story. After this, when the king called the child and his mother, the mother described the glory of Sakat Chauth, which removes troubles. Since then, women started observing fast for the good fortune and long life of their children and family. Jai Sri Ganesh. Another story. There was a moneylender and a moneylender's wife. They did not believe in religion and virtue. Because of this, they did not have any children. One day, the moneylender's wife went to her neighbor's house. That day was Sakat Chauth. There, the neighbor was telling a story about worshipping Sakat Chauth. The moneylender's wife asked the neighbor, "What are you doing?" Then the neighbor said that today is the fast of Chauth. That's why I am telling the story. Then the moneylender's wife said, "What happens by observing the fast of Chauth?" The neighbor said, "By observing this, you get food, wealth, marital bliss, son, everything." Then the moneylender's wife said, "If I get pregnant, then I will make 1¼ seer of Tilkut and observe the fast of Chauth." By the grace of Sri Ganesh Bhagwan, the moneylender's wife got pregnant. She said that if I get a son, I will make 2.5 seers of tilkut. After a few days, she gave birth to a son. So she said, O Chauth God, if my son gets married, I will make 5.25 seers of tilkut. After a few years, her son's marriage was fixed and her son went to get married. But that moneylender's wife did not make tilkut. Due to this, Chauth Dev got angry and he took her son from the wedding and made him sit on a peepal tree. Everyone started looking for the groom, but he was not found. Everyone returned to their homes in despair. Here, the girl with whom the moneylender's son was going to get married went to the forest with her friends to collect grass for worshipping Gangor. Just then a voice came from the peepal tree on the way. Oh, my half wife. After hearing this, when the girl came home, it slowly started drying up and becoming thorny. On the on one day, the girl's mother said, I feed you well, I dress you well, still you are withering. Why is that so? Then the girl told her mother that whenever she goes to the jungle to collect grass, a man says from the peepal tree, Oh, my half wife. He has applied mehndi and has also tied a turban on his forehead. Then her mother went near the peepal tree and saw that it was her son in law. Then her mother said to her son in law, Why are you sitting here? You have married my daughter halfway, and now what will you take? The moneylender's son said, My mother had promised to make tilkut for Chauth, but she did not do it. That is why Chauth Mata got angry and made me sit here. On hearing this, the girl's mother went to the moneylender's house and asked her whether she had promised anything for Sakat Chauth. Then the moneylender's wife said she had promised tilkut. After that, the moneylender's wife said that when my son comes home, I will make 2.5 mounds of tilkut. This pleased Lord Ganesha, and he made her son sit in the wedding. The son's marriage took place with great pomp and show. When the moneylender's son and daughter-in-law came home, then the moneylender's wife made 2.5 mounds of tilkut and said, O Chauth Devi, with your blessings, my son and daughter-in-law have come home. So I will always observe fast by eating tilkut. After this, all the residents of the city started observing Sakat Chauth fast with tilkut. O Sakat Chauth, just like the moneylender's wife was reunited with her son and daughter in law, please reunite us all in the same way. Do good to those who tell and listen to this story. All those who are listening, please say with me, Jai Sakat Chauth Mata, Jai Shri Ganesh Ji Dev. Om Sri Ganesha Namaha. Another story. There was a king who had no children and he used to be very sad. One day the king was sitting at the door of his house. A witch came from there and said to another woman, This morning I have seen the face of a childless king. See how the day passes. The king heard this. He came to the palace and lay down quietly. All the queens came and said to the king, King got up and eat food, but the king did not get up. She said, I have such a big kingdom, so many queens, but a witch told me such things. Everyone in the palace became sad. But the maid of the younger queen was very clever. She said to the younger queen, The king is very sad. You keep watching quietly whatever we do. The king's sorrow will go away. She went and said to the king, King, wake up and eat food. The younger queen is pregnant. The king became very happy and got up and ate food and started waiting for a son for 9 months. One day the maid tied curtains all around the room and told the king that a son has been born. The king celebrated a lot and distributed a lot of wealth. He said to the maid, Show me the son. The maid said, His qualities are bad. See him in marriage. The younger queen was very sad. She told the maid that when the king will come to know about your lie, he will get you killed and me too. The maid said, Queen, keep watching. When the time for marriage came, the king said, Maid, now show me. The maid said, Now see him in Mundan. The king agreed. Now the time for Mundan also came. Preparations were done with great pomp and show. The king again said to the maid, Now show me. The maid said, Now see him directly in marriage. The king started getting angry. Then the maid said, Were the planets bad? That's why you did not show me. You have a son. It's a matter of few days. See him in marriage. The younger queen started feeling sad. After 16 years, marriages started coming to the king. The king said to the maid, Now we will get the prince married. The maid said, Confirm the marriage, but I will also go with the prince on a palanquin. The marriage was fixed. The wedding procession started getting ready. The king said, Maid, now show me the prince. The maid said, Look at the door. The king became silent again. The maid laid a boy in a big plate with sesame and jaggery mixed in it, covered him, and sat in the palanquin and went to the wedding procession. The younger queen fainted repeatedly due to the grief and said that this maid will bring disgrace to the king. The wedding procession was going on. People got tired and started resting at one place. The maid's palanquin was kept on a people platform. The maid went to the pond to take a bath. Sakat Devi was sitting under the same tree. Sakat Devi saw that ants were around the palanquin and were coming and going. She opened the palanquin and saw that ants were coming and going from the palanquin. Sakat Devi liked the sweet dish very much. Slowly, the goddess ate all the jaggery and sesame. Now the plate was empty. When the maid returned after taking a bath, she saw that Sakat Devi was sitting and the plate was empty. Now what happened was that the maid started crying loudly, holding the feet of the Sakat Mata. She said, "You have taken my son, Dev. My son was lying in the plate. You have eaten him. Now you will give me my son, only then I will leave my feet. I will leave the feet." Now Sakat Mata was trapped in a big problem. She said, "Okay, leave my feet and take your son." Sakat Devi gave him a handsome 16-year-old prince. The maid was very happy. The wedding procession reached the door. The king said, "Maid, now the time has come. Show the prince." The maid removed the curtain from the palanquin. The king was stunned to see the prince and said, "He was so handsome, that is why you did not show him to me." The wedding took place with great pomp and show. When the wedding procession returned, the younger queen was lying unconscious with grief. Who knows what must have happened? When the wedding procession reached the door, the maid came running and said to the younger queen, "Come and do the parichan of the prince and the daughter-in-law." The queen was overjoyed to see the boy and the daughter-in-law. The maid said, "Queen, we had taken the boy as a gift worth 1.25 pasheri. You make 1.25 man of sesame and jaggery and distribute the prasad to everyone. You have got a son by the grace of Sakat Mata." All those who are listening, please say with me, Jai Sakat Mata, Jai Sri Ganesh.